Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Okay, in this channel we say things the way they are. Okay, we do not add, we do not remove. We say it the way they are. Okay, so if this is your first time, you're welcome. You're most welcome. So I celebrate you and I want you to stick to this channel. Okay, you may want to subscribe, click on the subscription button and share and like our videos. Okay, my name is Easy. Now, I am going to put you through some 7 pertinent questions that a lot of people have been asking, okay, pertaining Australia. Okay, so you and I know that Australia is one of the best countries to live, in terms of work, in terms of studies, in terms of, raising your kids. Australia is an amazing, place that you can work and enjoy your life at the same time. So now, a lot of people don't know how to go about applying for jobs in Australia and how to go about the visa processing. In this video, I am going to discuss, how to apply for these jobs and how you can also apply for your visa. Australia is an interesting place. So if you are interested in traveling to Australia, then knowing the visa subclasses and different types of visa of Australia can be hydra-hided. It can be hydra-hided because they have different types of visas that sometimes could be confusing. Sometimes some of these visa, looks familiar, but they are not entirely familiar. Okay, so they have different subclasses and different types of visas. You can name them work visa, different types of visas in visiting visas, and so on and so forth, study visas. So today we have a couple of visas that we're going to talk about, but we are going to, discuss one in an elaborate way. Okay, so for example, we are going to talk about work visa. Okay, but before we talk about work visa, I want to let you know that I'm not an immigration agent, I'm not an immigration attorney, I'm not an immigration officer. So if anybody asks you to pay money or bring money on my behalf, please do not pay attention to such information because you are dealing with a scammer. Okay, so in Australia, they have different types of visa. They have work visa, student visa, and also have visitors visa. Okay, but today we are going to talk about work visa. So in work visa in Australia, they have different types with different subclasses. Okay, they have temporary skilled shortage visa. Okay, subclass 186. So this visa enables you to move into Australia and work shortly. Okay, then an employer in Australia will definitely hire you. For you to apply for this visa, you must get a job in Australia. Once you get a job, you move into Australia and you work shortly. But if you want to stay permanently, then you apply for your permanent resident. So it takes a process to do that. Also in work visa, there is this also this visa also called skilled employer sponsorship regional visa, subclass 494. Okay, so this job or this kind of visa, you must have an employer who is in Australia, okay, who is ready to sponsor you, hire you, okay, and make sure he sponsors you to Australia, okay. So a lot of people, for example, people outside Australia, okay, are using this visa route to move to Australia, okay. It will help you because once you get an employer who is interested in hiring you, and the employer must make sure that there is no Australian permanent resident or citizen who is interested in that job before he can now go to hire a foreigner to fill in the gap. Okay, so once you have an employer who is ready to employ you, my brother and my sister, you are good to go. Okay, the person is going to sponsor you. If you have a family, he will sponsor you and your family to Australia and get you guys accommodation, and you start work immediately. So, but there are some qualifications that you must meet up with. Number one, you must be experienced person in that particular job that you want to do. Okay, you must show your professional proficiency, your professional certification. You must provide them and make sure that you have your police clearance, you do not have any police case. Okay, and you must make sure your medicals are intact. You do not have any kind of implicating, sickness that might disqualify you from getting this visa. Okay, so the next one is called Designated Area Migration Agreement, otherwise known as DAMA, subclass 182 visa. Okay, this visa, an employer in Australia will nominate you. Okay, once you are nominated to work in a particular region in Australia, because right now, guys, there are some regions in Australia that are looking for foreign workers to come and fill in the vacancies of job opportunities over there, because these areas are developing rapidly. Okay, they need workers. Different types of workers are there, so are needed there. So if you are a banker, if you are an administrator, if you are a teacher, if you are, at least I know one person who is a teacher who is currently living in Australia now via this route. Okay, so, and then you're a factory worker, forklift driver, you are a caterer, you are a caregiver. Okay, once you get nominated, okay, by an employer in Australia, okay, you are good to go. Okay, because you are, for example, places like Queensland, that is where, because I have to say this before I forget, if you are applying for these jobs, there are designated areas I will advise you go and apply for this job. Do not apply for this kind of job in Sydney. Do not apply for this kind of job in Melbourne or Perth. Okay, but you can apply for this job in a place like Queensland. Okay, because Queensland are developing right now. Not that they are not developed, but because some of these areas that I've mentioned earlier, they are filled up, so they are moving. Companies are moving to Queensland. Industries and offices are moving there. So you have a lot of job sponsorship and job nomination, okay, in Queensland. So that's why I said I will advise you narrow your search, okay, to Queensland and apply for the job. And before you apply for this job, please, I want you to make sure that you structure your CV to Australian or New Zealand standard. Your CV must be standard and attractive. All those things you want to tell your employer to hire you, put them in your CV. Make your CV attractive, because your CV is the one speaking for you. You are not there to speak, for yourself. So you make sure your CV is in order and attractive. Okay, you write it, then you put up a cover letter. Cover letter is very important. There you can elaborate, all your professional experiences that you have that you did not include in your resume. Okay, so once you put up these things, you are good to go. Another thing I need to mention is you must have a LinkedIn account. Please, guys, go and open a LinkedIn account. It will help you, because that is where the job employers are. That's where they are looking for people from. That's where they hire people from. Don't go to all these random, job sponsored adverts on social media. Okay, you might get scammed. You might fall into a wrong hands. Okay, so once you get this nomination, okay, then you are good to go. You apply for your visa. If any agent is telling you that he can process work visa for you to travel to Australia, New Zealand, Canada, USA, or any country, please run for your dear life, because the person is not telling you the truth. There is no way you can get any work visa to move to any country without securing a job in that country. It is not done. The first step, because some people, usually ask me, how do I go about it? I am telling you how to go about it now. First and foremost, get your CV ready, create a LinkedIn account, apply for this job, okay? I'm going to drop some job sites that you can apply for any kind of job you think you qualify, okay? Once you apply, then you wait. And do not apply for only one job. No, that's not how to search for job. You apply for so many jobs so that anyone that clicks, then you go with that one, and each job you want to apply, make sure you readjust your CV so that it will conform with the nature of job description that they are looking for, so that you can easily be hired, okay? Do not just use one CV and apply for 10 jobs. No, it doesn't work like that. Okay, once you follow this process, you don't need any agents to do visa for you. Once you land the job, your employer in that country will file for your work permit and your social insurance or social security, okay, and even secure your accommodation. Most times they sponsor your flight ticket. That's how they do it. Do not go and start looking for who will do it for you. No, get all these documents ready. Get all these things I just mentioned ready. And you are good to go. You apply. Don't be in a hurry, okay? If you are in a hurry, that's when you run to agents, and the agent will mess you up. And I wouldn't want them to mess you up, guys, okay? Please, if you are new in this channel, please, I want you to click the subscription channel so that you will be the first to get my video whenever I upload my video. Thank you until I come your way again. God bless you all. Bye.